Okay, fall is here, I think next week, if you can believe it. So I want to talk about eyeshadow palettes that are inspiring me for fall. I love talking about eyeshadow palettes. That's no secret if you've been here before. And I feel like when fall approaches, there are two parts of my personality that come out. There is like the pumpkin spice latte, sweater, Ugg boots, basic side of me. And then there is the spooky, witchy side of me that just wants to be like wearing black and a smoky eye every day. And so I picked out some palettes that are kind of inspiring both sides of my personality for this season. If you are new here, my name is Rachel, welcome. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. Let's get into the 10 palettes that are inspiring me for fall. Okay, some of these palettes, honestly, I haven't even used yet. These are palettes that I want to use this season, so I will go along as we're going through them and tell you which ones I've used, give you my reviews, and then of course tell you the ones that I haven't used yet. So we're going to start with the like more warm toned, usual fall color palette that most people think of, which is like oranges, neutrals, browns, things like that. I love the ColourPop quads. I think their quality is so unbelievable. And this is one of my favorites. This is Mocktail. It is just this straight up warm tone quad. I mean, you can't get much more warm tone than that. 2 shimmers, 2 mattes. The quality on this is unbelievable. The shimmers are just like super sparkly, multi-dimensional. The mattes are pigmented yet blendable. They're easy to use. I love little compact color stories like this just because I feel like you can really create a look or two very easily without thinking. And I really like this one, and it's inspiring me for the fall. Another smaller palette that I have not used yet, and I picked it up at TJ Maxx, is the BH Cosmetics Citrine palette. So last year they released all these palettes for different birthstones, and this one is November. So November, the fall vibes, we get it. So I love the yellow and brown combination. That is like one of my favorite color combinations. I'm not gonna use the pressed glitter. I just won't use it. I'm too scared it's gonna hurt my eyes. And so I'm loving this. I'm so excited to use it. Have you used this before? Have you used the birthstone collection before? If you have, let me know your thoughts, but I thought this was just a perfect color palette for fall. Another classic neutral palette I've mentioned before on my channel, but it just screams fall to me, is the Urban Decay Naked Honey. I mean, really. The mustardy, warm yellows, warm golds, the browns. The quality on this is really good. I've only ever tried 3 Urban Decay palettes ever, and this one is by far my favorite, color story-wise as well as quality-wise. With Urban Decay, you're gonna get softer shadows, you're gonna get more sheer type of shimmers, but I really like the color story on this. I think that is the #1 thing that just drew me to it. Good ratio of mattes to shimmers, goes from light to deep. Love it, and highly suggest pulling this back out if you own it. It's a great one. Another new-ish one to my collection that I've talked about, this is screaming like pumpkin spice latte, is the Natasha Denona Mini Bronze. So this is a great one if you are more of a lover of mattes like I am. The looks that I've created with this have been pretty much the same. I mean, you're not gonna get a ton of variety with this one, let's be real, but the look is gorgeous. I can't deny it. I love warm tone neutrals, so if you do too, you would love this one. It's compact, all the things, quality-wise, Natasha Denona, stunning. I'm excited to continue to use this through the fall. And then the last like neutrally warm palette is the Soft Glam by Anastasia. She's a classic, what can you say?
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
This I feel like is good like fall to winter transition time because you've got the warm tones, the browns, the oranges, but then it also goes like deep and cranberry. And when I think like holiday time, winter time, I think like a smoky cranberry, berries, all of that. So this is like gonna be perfect going from fall to winter in my opinion. This is one of my favorite neutral palettes in my collection, and it's one of my favorite Anastasia palettes that I have. So I love this one, and a little less beginner friendly because the shadows are so pigmented. They are a little harder to work with, but I think that it's a great one for fall and I love it. Now let's go to the smoky side, the spooky side, if you will. So what I'm wearing on my eyes, as you can see, I am feeling witchy today. I have the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. So I'm in the middle of testing this. I have only used it twice, so today was my second time using it, but so far I'm absolutely loving it. The versatility on this is great. Kind of like what I said about the Soft Glam. You've got dark, sultry berries, purples, but you also have some more lighter looks. The first look I did was much lighter, much brighter, much more warm tone. So you can get versatility in this, and quality of these mattes is really nice, really blendable, very pigmented. Some of the shimmers are gorgeous. This is a multi-chrome. I am wearing it on my eyes today. The shift is really strong, which is really nice. Different textures in the metallics. Loving this one, really, really loving this one. Excited to continue to use it. This next palette I have not used yet. I bought it a few months ago, and this is the Van Gogh palette from Muse Beauty. They are called ColourPop Beauty now. They used to be called Muse. Look at this color story. Tell me that is not the most gorgeous, like blue, green, just very different color story. I think it's smoky, but it's also fun with bright pops of color. It definitely perfectly describes Starry Night, and I love it. I think it's just gorgeous. I have used one of ColourPop's palettes before, and the formula is very interesting. The shimmers are a lot smoother. They're not super textured, and the mattes are very buttery feeling. Very interesting, unique formula. But, you know, not textured shadows, nothing like that, not super sparkly, but very flattering and very beautiful. So, ooh, I'm okay. Another one that I am so excited to continue to use, and I've only used it once, but this is the Batty Bean and Shroud It's Freakin' Bats palette. I did buy their new collab on launch day, so it should be coming to me whenever they ship it, but this is her original collab palette that she did. It's kind of similar to the Van Gogh palette. The blues, the greens, the spooky vibes. Not like your typical fall palette that you would think of, but I'm definitely getting Halloween vibes from this in like a different kind of way. Once again, the shimmers in this are really smooth, really beautiful. The mattes that I used personally, pigmented yet blendable, really, really nice. The packaging feels really, really nice. Kind of out of my comfort zone, if I'm gonna be honest with you, this color story, but I'm excited to get some more use out of this one. This palette I've used many times, and it's one of my favorite palettes in my collection, period. This is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. So I know my lights are kind of bright, I'm not sure that you can see it, but it has a holographic cover. This is like spooky themed, spooky season, just in a palette, like captured in a palette. Now, it's definitely more, I would say more of a neutral leaning palette, but you've got greens, you've got blues, you've got purples, you've got cool tones, you've got warm tones. It's really a good like neutral palette with a twist. Formula on this is definitely more of a buildable formula. The mattes and the shimmers, they're not like super in your face, pigmented, you know, textured or anything like that, but definitely softer, really beginner friendly. I love this palette. I love the looks that I've created with it, and I just enjoy the packaging, the theming. Nomad kills it with their packaging and theming. They really put a lot of thought into it. And as I'm filming this, the day that I'm filming this is 25% off, and once they sell out, I don't think they're restocking, they're discontinuing it. If it is 25% off and you're thinking about it, I would definitely consider picking it up. It is absolutely worth that price tag. And then the last palette I'm gonna talk about, I have not used yet. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics Witching Hour palette. This is a more fun and colorful type of fall palette. You've got your warm tones, you've got your greens, which kind of go in that like spooky theme, but then you've got some brighter purples. I'm really going to enjoy using this if I want pops of color in my fall palette, which I'm not a huge colorful eyeshadow person, but I do enjoy it. And when I feel like I want to add some color, this is a great one that I think I will go to. Now again, I have not used this, so I can't speak on the quality of this particular palette, but Unearthly Cosmetics in general, I really love their eyeshadow formula from the ones that I've tried. And I just love everything they release, to be honest with you. So I'm so excited to use this one this fall. All right, and that is it for this fall palettes video. Let me know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite fall palettes that you're gonna be reaching into this fall, or ones that you're interested in picking up for the fall? Let me know all of your thoughts down below, or if you've used any of these, give me your little review on them as well. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.